Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and let me tell you what, folks, things are getting crazy. John Deaton has always said he's going to beat Elizabeth Warren, and this is the first time I think I've ever seen this, where her state is actually showing up as being in question as to whether she's going to win. So this guy says, as a lifetime registered Democrat, the first time I'm seeing Elizabeth Warren is added to their battleground list. They are afraid. John Deaton will achieve another impossible. Check this out. John Deaton says, you bet your ass they need to add MA to the list of battleground states this election year. The people are coming for their seat. And I asked Ryan Selkis when he's going to openly support John Deaton, and today he retweeted John's post here. So maybe Ryan Selkis is now going to get behind John Deaton publicly and openly. Maybe he can help get some donations to John Deaton. We shall see. Here's a clip from Linda P. Jones at this is with the Good Morning Crypto show. She always has interesting clips.
That's too important. So I think what we have is a parallel system that we're going to move over to this other system that is on the XRP ledger that has been worked on with all these banks around the world, with treasury departments around the world. We're now creating stable coins. The real US dollar is the Ripple stable coin. That is going to eventually be backed with value. And then other countries are going to have their stablecoin backed with value, and we're going to transfer over to a new system. We'll probably have some sort of a black swan event, maybe a cyber attack where banks go down over a weekend or something like that, and we switch over to the new system, and it's all pretty seamless. That's too important.
The real US dollar and some kind of black swan event. All right, Wheezy found this interesting too. Apparently, Ripple keeps $1.3 billion, 1.3 billion XRP after escrow unlock, sparking settlement speculation. The fact Mario Nawfal tweeted about this has me wondering if he knows something. That's kind of what I was thinking. But then Ashley Prosper comes in and says, I'm seeing a lot of talk about this. We in the XRP community should know that this part of the planned escrow unlock, which continues until January 2025, though settlement could come at any time, I wouldn't expect it at this stage. So this guy says, didn't they extend escrow release to 2027? Possibly. I may need to not be updated or whatever. But anyway, interesting conversation anyhow. Okay, now I wanted to show this in the last video and I just didn't get to it. So let's show this. This is Lauren Belive, head of U.S. Public Policy Government at Ripple.
From the corporate perspective, all businesses, no matter if it's a crypto business or any other business, you need operational certainty, you need market certainty, you need to know not just what you're going to be doing this year, but how is it going to affect the bottom line for the next 2 years, 5 years. And as I mentioned in the beginning of this panel, there are other countries where there are clear regulatory or licensing regimes that these companies can come in and be able to operate. And I know, being the head of the US side, my meetings with regulators and policymakers are very different than my counterparts in different global jurisdictions, where we're still talking about some of the bigger political issues. And you go in and you have conversations, if it's in the UK or in Brazil or in Dubai, that are much more business functional and operational. And you are seeing, these are companies that are headquartered in the US. These are companies that have an eye toward compliance and user safety. And to note too, a lot of this, there is the company demand, but we also have to recognize this is a consumer demand, and the US government should be attuned to what the citizens of this country want. There's 52 million Americans who are now crypto users. And so there's going to be a demand on their end to make sure that they're dealing with their financial health in a safe and transparent way. So for us, you're seeing these headquartered US companies Some of them are moving overseas. A lot of the development talent is moving overseas. Where you have that business certainty in different foreign jurisdictions, that's where people want to go because they need to know how to operate in 18 months to 5 years. And so that's something where you're going to start seeing a real dichotomy between the US and other countries that are able to say, come here and innovate, and we'll be able to see this kind of product grow for our users.
That's why
and that's going to be really interesting.
That's why in the U.S. we're throwing the bad guys overboard right now. Check this out. There is no choice. A new financial world, it is inevitable.
How did we get here? As we talk about the digitalization of money, how did it get so politicized? How does technology get so politicized?
It's easy politics. Well, first of all, we're going into an election year. There's that, but it's easy politics. And the politics come from a good place, I would say, the populism. It comes from a pro-privacy, pro-freedom place, so that's good. But it's such a misunderstood technology. Very few people know what it is, how it works, what it does. A lot of people think it's a choice as to whether this is going to happen or not. It's not. And the politics is very simple for ambitious populists. So the question is, can you see through this particular moment, the Overton window as we describe it? I think the answer is yes, because the inevitability of this technology is here. As an American can you see through this particular moment, the Overton window as we describe it? I think the answer is yes, because the inevitability of this technology is here. As an American...
You're darn right. And the people are rising up, and they're throwing the bad guys overboard. And crypto is in the process of winning. Look no further than what I showed you about John Deaton and Elizabeth Warren at the beginning of this video. Now look at this. Ripple said, attention, XRP, Ledger Japan and Korea Fund is now open for applications from enterprises, developers, and XRPL community members. The fund will support everything from corporate partnerships and startup investments to developer grants and community growth. And here's the page for that, and you can actually click on the apply for funding. You've got to fill out a form here, and they may, I don't know if it's on the honor system, but I'm sure that they're going to check the code of conduct to make sure that you haven't been saying awful, terrible things about the company Ripple and then turn around and asking them for money, which I always thought would be common sense, but it's not in this world. Apparently people think they can say and act however they want and then ask that. That'd be like you calling me a jerk and then saying, hey, can I have $1 million, by the way? Come on. This is basic stuff. I was shocked by how offended people were by a code of conduct. Where are the parents, folks? Who raises these people? That's what I want to know. All right. Okay. Now I wanted to cover this, and this Lark Davis guy is a total Bitcoin maxi, and you got to be at peace with that. It is what it is. But he's been around for a while, and when you look at 2000, I've always seen 2007 all the way up until 2017. I felt like there was a lot of, what do you want to call it, prototyping that was going on. I felt like we were watching a lot of prototyping. We were also you had back when all of this stuff between 2013 and early 2018, I feel like we really were looking at a free market. And late 2017 is when I believe that the nefarious actors in government and on Wall Street started to come in to try to do things like they did to Ripple, regulatory capture, try to do all kinds of nefarious things to slow down what was the best technology and what was winning the race. If you remember, XRP just drop kicked the entire industry in terms of appreciation of the token in 2017-18. Wasn't even close, okay? Wasn't even close. And then all the bad guys came in. That's what we've witnessed from that time until now. We've seen all the bad guys come in, the Gary Genslers, the Operation Choke Point 2.0, the Bill Hinmans. They all were acting on behalf, in my opinion, of government and Wall Street to slow down what the free market would have immediately crowned the winners. okay? But now we're in a different time, folks. We've had to fight the bad guys. You know, it's the old first they fight you, or first they whatever, then they fight you, and then they, or first they ignore you, then they fight you, then you win, or something like that. Well, I think we're at the then you win stage. We're entering the then you win stage. And I think that's why you're seeing John Deaton, and I think you're seeing Elizabeth Warren get scared. She's actually using his name now. I think that's why you're seeing the about face. That's why you're seeing the president thrown overboard. The good guys are in the process of winning now, folks. The liars are in the process of losing. So in DAIXRP.com today, what we're going to talk about is, what does that look like for XRP? What does it look like when all of a sudden the truth can be known again? Because we've been living in crypto, we've been living through the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and now Solana lie. We've been living through nothing but lies in crypto. We have not seen the real winners, or we have not seen a free market where you could see the real winners. I believe we're heading off into that place. What does that look like? That's why I'm here, folks. What does that look like? What does the market look like? What did the market look like in 2017 versus the way it is today? We're going to look at that. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family that away we go.